To my own cowboy. Thanks for being my biggest cheerleader, and for putting up with me even on launch week.
Stetson. July 2016. Stetson Miller looked around his father's cluttered office. Well, it was Stetson's office now, although he was sure it'd feel like his dad's office until the day he died. Died like his father had. Stetson pushed the thought away. His office, his father's office, none of that mattered now. Not with the office, the house, and the whole damn farm about to be stolen from him. Desperate to do something, even if it was wrong, Stetson turned towards his father's desk, ready to start filing papers or straightening up or something. Shit. Piles were everywhere, piles on top of piles. He was pretty sure piles were having little baby piles every time he turned his back on them. He picked up a sheaf of papers with a heavy sigh, thumbing through the jumbled mess. They appeared to be his heating bills for the cow barn this past winter. Stetson looked up from the papers to stare at the rows of drawers to his right, all labeled in his father's spiky, neat handwriting. Cow expenses, the far right drawer label read, a little newer than the other labels. Not quite as yellowed. Not quite as faded. Stetson went to shove the papers inside when he noticed another drawer labeled heating and cooling expenses. He paused, eyes darting between the two drawers. The receipts really could go in either one. Stetson dropped the papers on top of a precarious pile of receipts, with a muttered curse that would have his mother spinning in her grave. He pulled his hat off and chucked it in the corner, shoving his hands through his hair. This was ridiculous. The whole thing was ridiculous. Since when was a farmer supposed to like paperwork? Everyone knew that real work was done out in the fields, not in an office. Bucking hay, building fences, castrating cows, now that was a job well done. Pushing papers around was for pansies. People who couldn't hack it out with the real men. Stetson's eye fell on the letter in the center of his father's desk. It sat there alone, unsmudged, no scribbled phone numbers or coffee spills on it. It mocked him with its pristine state of being, in such stark contrast to everything else in the office. 31 days. The bank had given him 31 days to bring his loan current. He didn't need to reread the letter to know what it said. Every word was imprinted in his brain, like a branding iron on his gray matter. And it had been 31 days. The month had passed in a blur, with Stetson considering and then discarding every idea he could think of, their outrageousness growing as the days passed. He could sell his truck. Except, what farmer didn't have a truck? How was he supposed to haul hay or workers or...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?